So you work for a narcissist. In one of my recent posts, that was one of the top comments that people feel like they have a narcissistic boss and it gets in the way of their success. So here are 3 ways to identify that you do work for a narcissist and 3 things that you can do about it to help you be successful in that arrangement. Number one, they have such a severe need for recognition, they will take a disproportionate amount of credit for other people's work. They'll often dismiss others' accomplishments and really exaggerate their own. Number two, they lack empathy, have very little concern for feelings in their interactions. And number three, they will blame others for mistakes and take zero accountability. It's very difficult for them to take responsibility for their actions because that forces them to self-reflect, which a narcissist will not do. They've inherited a boss with that beautiful bag of prizes and characteristics. Now, what do you do about it? Number one, you set boundaries and rules of engagement. Right off the bat, you say, this is how I work best, and these types of interactions are not going to work well for me. A narcissist doesn't like to be called out, so if you set that up front, that means that you're recognizing their behaviors, and it will cause them to take pause before they actually engage in those behaviors with you. They'll be more delicate around you, believe it or not. Make sure you set those rules of engagement and be prepared to act on them when those rules of engagement are broken. Number two, you have to prioritize yourself. Seek support, get mentors, get guidance, go to HR, make sure that you are talking to someone about the situation, and make sure that you are enforcing the consequences that we talked about in setting those boundaries. It's really, really important that you look out for yourself and you make sure that you're not getting to a really unhealthy place. Things need to be dealt with in real time if you're dealing with someone who has those narcissistic tendencies. Number three, keep documentation. It's such an emotional experience that it gets very, very difficult to remember the specific interactions and to be able to back up where you are. You're going to need help in dealing with this at some point in those interactions. To be able to go to HR with a well-documented set of interactions will really help you and HR to really deal with this situation. It's not all lost. If you're dealing with a narcissistic boss, you do need to work to make it a productive relationship. I hope this is helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.